Wish to cleanse the stain, blurring out the flame. When the two had met, overwhelmed and left alone. Is it over yet, or can I go back home? Yeah!
Welcome to Audio Carnage Podcast. We're here with King Turtle. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves real fast.
I'm Reagan. I play drums.
Trevor, I play bass.
I'm Adrian. I sing and scream and play guitar.
I'm Tanner and I play guitar, but I don't sing and scream.
Yo, we should look at him. Because, like, the camera, that would
I mean,
if you're watching
well,
something, everyone
technically,
just looks
at this point,
you.
y'all are introducing yourselves for
That's
this.
fair.
We've already
That's
had the
fair.
introduction. But
That's fair. I just think, like, if I was watching on YouTube and then they just, every question they looked at me and, like, they answered to me, I'd be a little freaked out. You know?
Look wherever you want, just don't look longingly into my eyes, please. Alright, so guys, thanks for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it. This is kind of weird because normally the band's exhausted whenever we do this because we've already done the sessions. But so let's go ahead and jump in now that you have feet. Y'all don't know that joke. Okay, so tell me, when did this band originally form?
Technically the band started with one of my old roommates. He and I grew up in Amarillo together, and then we moved to Denton to go to UNT. And then we decided, we both played instruments.
Was it still the King Turtle?
Well, we started playing together, and then we met a previous guitarist that we had, and that's basically where we formed King Turtle. And we found this guy, Yeah. Unfortunately, we had to part with the original guitarist. But
Yeah, so I joined, when I joined, it was the three of them. They were looking for a singer, and we worked at Outback. It was him and the guitarist.
Him and Denton?
Yeah.
When was this?
2017, 20...
Dude, I worked there for like 4 years.
Well, because
Yeah,
I
I
worked
worked
at Outback also. Maybe that's where I know you from.
Oh, fuck.
I worked at Outback.
When was that?
That's crazy.
It's very similar to the time frame y'all are talking about. Like,
Yeah, I was a cook.
Like I worked there with.
Were you a server? Because they
I was a server.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, that's why I said you look familiar. I bet it was from there.
Damn.
Yeah, I fucking remember you. You totaled my car and then walked off. You son of a bitch.
Alright, so we're getting sidetracked. So at least we got the answer. Around 2017 was whenever you joined.
Yeah, so in 2017 I started, late 2017 I met my now fiance, and she got me a job at Outback, and I met him and the guitarist who mentioned that he had played with Dugan, who's up until very recently our lead guitarist. Rhythm guitarist?
Yeah.
Lead guitarist?
Yeah.
They interchanged. But when I joined, they were looking for a singer, and we tried a couple Craigslist guys, but then I was like, guys, we should just have Adrian. They didn't know him yet, but I was like, I used to play in his band Dead Sun, and one of the best fucking singers I know, and also just like my best friend, and we hadn't hung out in like a year because we had like growing apart. So I was like, this is a really good way to reconnect. So
And at the time, I lived in Grandview.
you're in like three to four bands.
Yeah, I'm tired a lot. But
So that was in 2018.
yeah, I lived in Grandview at the time, which is an hour and a half south of here, and it was a hell of a drive, having to drive up, and back every night.
Oh, yeah,
We'll pick up at the Grandview part because they're.
Y'all have a good podcast. Can I just interrupt?
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm so
Damn it.
It's okay. Like I said, we'll cut right before the Grandview part, and also it's kind of a good thing because I just heard Ace barking also, so I was kind of concerned he was going to interrupt. So let's back that up. So right before you were just talking about Grandview.
Right. So at the time he hit me up and was like, "Hey, my band's looking for a singer." He sent
This
me
was
a
like
couple.
September 2018.
Yeah, right, it was like August.
Yeah,
It was like August, September, but sent me a couple like iPhone recordings of the material that they had at the time. And I was like, let's see. Fuck it, I'll just go up and try it and see what comes
We're
out
into
of
the
it.
meeting would be amazing.
Yeah, and I came up and like I said, I lived in Grandview at the time, which is an hour and a half south of Denton, and it was a hell of a drive every time I'd come to practice. Every week, once, twice a week, and like 3-hour round trips. Great.
While being in 4 bands too.
Yeah, I'm really tired a lot of the time. But, yeah,
That was weird. That was whenever we started writing material that we were going to release. So it was
I
like
think the first-
September of like 2018.
like the first day you guys had me up there, we started writing Morning Moonlight.
Yeah, we wrote that
Yeah.
like really.
Well,
quickly,
it was written by Dugan's sister Reagan,
That's
fantastic
confusing.
poet,
Mhm.
and we just put music to it and just kind of came about like that. First day I was there auditioning, it's like, well, fuck it, you want to write a song too? It's like,
sure.
Well, as soon as he got there, we all immediately loved him. We
Yeah.
were like, oh, he's so funny and
He
fun to hang
smells
out
kinda
with, and he
funky,
sings
right?
really
I
well.
think that's the bottom line. Really, is
He
that
just meshed really well with us.
With our
so.
2 previous guitarists that we have had, Dugan, Holt, and Reagan Murphy, great guitarists. They're the foremost thing. They were the most fun to hang out with. Like,
Absolutely.
easy to get along with, easy to spend really long hours with, and just really, really funny. So it just made it really easy.
Yeah, he
start
just
writing
fucking
material
fit
from there.
right in.
Yeah.
He
But, like,
walked
that's the
right,
most
he walked right in,
important thing is that we
said
all
one
just hang out, so,
self-deprecating
like,
thing, and we were like, dude,
like, oh yes, oh yes, my
club,
brain.
That joke you told me at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh yeah, I have a 3-point plan to fix my life: kill myself. It was like, oh dude,
That was
you're
like
in.
the joke
Don't
that
even
made
have
me
to
like
hear
it.
your
I was
voice.
like,
yeah, you're in.
Yeah, no, bad times. Yeah.
walking up and you're like, you like Tame Paul? I heard you like Tame Paul.
It's like, oh yes, friend.
So, what would you say? So we'll say for the band, and then also personal. So, like 3 influences that you would say. Like, I guess let's say personal first, and then the band.
You were saying?
Actually, let's start on that side.
Yeah.
Wait, we can run this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tanner's the newest member of our band.
Yeah.
Well, when did you
He
join?
just joined.
Joined about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time's flying.
Yeah.
Is there any other members that aren't able to be here today?
No, this is the whole cast.
Yeah.
He replaced Dugan Holt, who had to be away for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
He's my buddy.
Yeah, he's in his band.
So go ahead and start with let's say your 3 influences, and then we'll get y'all's collective about the band.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a little debate. I think it's gonna happen.
Pick mine.
Like, doesn't have to be up top of all time.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you like just the ones that
Just I'm
really come to
feeling
the
it.
head. Yeah.
Yeah. First off, Brian May, obviously one of my favorite guitarists ever. Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead. After that,
Oh, nice.
very inventive. Just like Brian May, very inventive, crazy. Third, shit. Probably Ray Toro from My Chemical Romance, actually. Well, one of my.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucked with NCR like so much
I
back in
love
like
NCR.
middle school, high school.
Hell yeah.
I think a lot of people do. They just, if they don't full on acknowledge it and fully embrace it, this they love it and they're singing Last
Yeah.
Parade in the back of their head.
Yeah.
But they're
And
just
then they make
no.
Yeah, they be mean to you, just put up a front and say face, fuck that noise.
Accept and embrace it.
I know, because that was me back whenever I was 14.
You said all
I
about
was like, this is catchy as fuck. Fuck y'all
That's
guys.
such a better experience
bringing
if
up
you
all
shed
the
all
old
that.
It's okay. It's okay. I was a bully.
I just drudged up so many repressed feelings, man. I don't know if I can deal with
I mean,
You are
when I was a young boy.
all right, stay on track. We don't have time for an emotional breakdown
Do you have a
yet.
therapy session in between these interviews?
No. The emotional breakdowns come, but those are pulled out later. We haven't started talking about
You
parents.
really got a problem.
Oh shit. What am I gonna tell my therapist? I did it for free. No. Yeah, I'd say my top 3 influences for sure. Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains, and Alice in Chains in general, honestly, really helped sculpt. While I was in high school specifically, my approach towards vocal delivery and like riff writing. Second would definitely be Claudio Sanchez from Coheed and Cambria. Like super. My roommate John got me into Coheed and Cambria when I was like 14 or so, and it just stuck. It hit a chord with me.
I will say, as I've always said before, I love the band. They're a great instrumentalist, and like I understand the vocalist is doing it and making a choice, and I get that he's good at it, and I get that does so well.
That's how I feel about Pearl Jam.
But I swear to God, I just want to punch him in the throat so that way he has to scream with the raspiness that we've all heard multiple times. It was just like, or if you're not going to do that for that band, give me a side band. Because
it's definitely a super acquired taste.
Yeah, like
it's very abrasive.
But like instrumental wise, they are such good composers.
Absolutely.
Like, and I'm not hating on them that much. I do enjoy them. Like it's been a slow, slow taste.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My last one is definitely Hum. One of my all-time favorite bands. Just the way they compose and layer their sounds on top of one another is just magical and lovely. And I'm so happy they came out with an album this year. It's like, oh, cool, one good thing out of the shit show.
I really think that there should be a bunch of bands coming out with a bunch of albums. Like,
you say, dude, it's so much harder than it sounds. Because I thought that too as soon as quarantine started. I was like, I can make a ton of music, But then, like, I don't know. It's the mindset. Like, you don't feel like
no. Well, I get there's also a
instruments, though.
Endorphin kick that happens whenever you are like, all right, we got a good song that we've been practicing. It's like, all right, let's go test this out in a crowd.
Yeah.
Well, because also you might botch it, and that is whenever you're able to like go back and like, all right, let's readjust. The first time we played one of our songs, Danny Glover Adoption Agency.
Hell yeah, dude.
What a great name.
Fuck me.
Parentheses, I'm too old for this shit.
I'm such a big Childish Gambino fan.
No, actually, we're talking about like Danny Glover, like the actor, the old one.
Yeah, the one from Community, right?
Dude, there's this kid that I met, and he plays in some punk band, and he was showing me his stuff, and they have a 30-second song called "No Xbox for a Week." Parentheses, fuck you. It's so funny, dude.
Oh, have you ever heard of the Toilet Bowl Cleaners?
Oh,
Spotify. They're on Spotify. I've been for years. It's like 6 or 7 albums about poop. I think he's insane. I think he's actually crazy, and like his caretakers.
I wonder. I really want to see his royalties.
Yeah, true. I mean, I've showed at least 100 people, so it has to be like $1.
So all right, let's go. We're getting sidetracked again. Let's go into your influences.
The Toilet Bowl Cleaner is #1. I think.
I know you, man.
Would you say that there's a
I definitely.
There's
definitely.
what, I gotta go park my car.
It's okay, you're just here.
There's definitely 4 of them, but I'm gonna slim it down. I'm gonna make a hard choice last second. I'll say Kevin Parker from Tame Impala. It just completely opened my mind to just modern psychedelic music, which I felt like a lot of modern like rock was being painted as like going downhill at the time and not really interesting. But I think what he's done is super innovative and kind of like revived a lot of the scene. At least the stuff that I liked from before I was born. And then after that, I would say probably Shaky Graves. His fingerstyle guitar was just incredible. Austin, hometown hero. So it's like really cool to have a Texas rep on that list.
Just tell him to put a coat on.
He's also, I've seen him a few times, and he's played the fastest I've ever seen anyone play. He'll like let the crowd pick the tempo, and the crowd is shitheads. Always.
The crowd cannot keep the tempo.
You know,
So the crowd's going as fast as they
even
can, and then he just gets fed and he does it.
You know, there's one guy in the
Pretty
crowd who's
amazing.
been waiting. He's like, this guy. He's like, oh, you want me to pick the tempo? It's just like violently shaking.
It's like one of those Indonesian clappers.
Hell yeah.
You get those like classic ones from Chuck E. Cheese. Just go.
Lastly, I would say Cage the Elephant, because they're on my body, and just Matt Schultz, amazing, super nice and grounded and humble guy, and big inspiration. Kind of like opened me up to indie music at the perfect time when I was like 14, like just starting to really look for like new music, and that's my
Hell yeah.
Well, my influences are not really what I play like. They're just things that I aspire to be that get me interested in drums. Neil Peart from Rush. Every fucking time. Love that guy so much. There's a guy named Eric Improda from Night Verses. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to fucking Night Verses, but he's so creative, and he has one of those like drum pad things, like a sample. And he does all kinds of crazy shit on it.
Nice.
And every time I watch him, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm more of a day chorus kind of guy, but like.
Yeah, sure. Whatever the fuck that means. I hate you. I hate you. I got it, and I hate you.
Yeah.
True band
And then John Bonham from Led Zeppelin is probably who I try to mirror the most, I think. And then any fucking drummer that's in a Boston hardcore band.
Yeah.
It's like his thing.
Dude, it's funky and it's heavy. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Makes me want to slam some Mickeys and like put my head in a fucking brick wall.
I don't play anything like this dude, but
Hell
the
yeah.
bassist for Cephalic Carnage, like a super heavy band that I don't necessarily really enjoy, but the bassist specifically, Nick Changelis, is just unbelievable. So I understand like not playing like somebody or like that type of music, but like still being really influenced by them.
I like their music. They're just fucking incredible.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So, what would you say your favorite local venue is? So, and also if you do have a good list of house venues in your mind, you can say a house venue and also a paid venue.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
Paid beer
I'm
tickets.
just gonna throw out Golden Boy was awesome.
Golden Boy was
Coffee.
fucking
Yeah, that
sick.
was so much fun. It was for Nigma's EP release too.
Dude,
so it was like they brought hyped crowd too. and
They had
stuff.
poultry guys playing in the background
Yeah.
beforehand, and
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen poultry guys. It's not poultry guys.
I'm pretty sure it's up there somewhere.
You actually own that piece of.
Oh no! Well,
download.
my roommate who owns the couch, he like loves obscure horror films and all sorts
I
of
did
shit.
all these collections that you have going on. Honestly.
Dude.
Yeah, the records are mine. The movies and the comics are his. Then I think there's like X amount of basses and guitars and instruments, and every room has an instrument because if we don't want to have to go far. If we're like sitting here drinking and be like,
That's the best.
got an idea.
That's the best.
It's much easier for the creative process rather than.
That's kind of how I like setting up my studio spaces whenever I do. Right now it's all torn down, but I'll have it like in a circle to where I can always just turn and I'm on the instrument that I need.
So, Golden Boy Coffee. Anybody?
I ran a house venue called Lindenland.
Oh, yeah, no. I
Hands
went
down
down
the
to
best one.
Lindenland was the
I love
fucking shit. It doesn't exist anymore.
It's also where
It
King
was
Turtle formed.
fucking amazing. Yeah, that's also where we
We
formed.
plan to hopefully one day get
Yeah. No, I've been there a couple times. Like I said, I knew you from the house show scene also.
Yeah, I ran that for a while, and that was fucking fantastic.
Wonderful.
Rolling Cell.
The glass, dude. Everyone could go smoke and still watch.
Dylan lives right down the road, and he was on season 1.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Fuck
Yeah, now the location's different, and I have a lot more cameras and a lot like higher quality stuff. So he plans. I think we plan on having him back for season 3. Possibly we might be doing so. As I go through and have bands on, in fact, sorry for the viewers who've heard this, but basically, like, as I have, viewers. but as I go through it in the further seasons, like, I'm going to start taking members from other bands and be like, alright, you, and you, alright, I want to do, like, these 4 covers, so you pick this part, you do this part, you do this part. Add your own thing, and then have everybody come over here, spend like an hour, working on the songs, and then just turn on the cameras and go.
That's a fucking great idea.
Well, and then also having like as we're going through the seasons, like season 3, 4, then having Dylan come back on run, or other y'all like I have a reoccurring artist, but like I want to spread it out, but then also like find Denton has a plethora of talent, and like if I'm gonna be here, I want to like hang out with as much of it and be around as much of it as I can, because that is the way you become better at anything. Absolutely. Be around the best people you can find.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all my roommates are in bands and.
I got a rip venue, honestly. Gatsby's Mansion.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Dude,
man.
I saw Future Self at Gatsby's Mansion, and I definitely sent hardcore for Future Self. They had a 4-song EP that I just listened to over and over. But Gatsby's Mansion was really, really special. I never played there.
You've mentioned it so many times.
But
There's a bunch of house venues that I went to and never played. That was
yeah, it's just like I just think it's neat.
Lighthouse is the only one I haven't played that really.
I
really
love
wanted to
Lighthouse.
play.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
fun.
got to play Lighthouse San Diego. That was a fun.
Oh yeah, I
fun
didn't.
place.
Yeah,
I played Lighthouse
I didn't even
once.
know of Jago until way late.
I fucking love Jacob.
Yeah.
That was.
I heard it was cool.
I miss Kit.
Right.
The most fucked up part is if it wasn't for this fucking pandemic, this shit would still be going on.
Dude,
The names would be different, the locations would be different,
Can I
but
tell
it
you
would
what we were
still be
about
going.
to do when the pandemic hit? Like, we had halfway booked the tour with Radio War, and we were going to go to like all of the major cities in Texas. We booked a show in Colorado at a college radio station that just put us on a couple of their top lists of the year, and for the year prior.
Which was sick.
And it was
really cool.
KRCX.
We didn't deserve it, but thanks.
And then they put us with some weird, crazy, like super famous artists. I was like, are we supposed to be here? Like, are you sure? Whatever. But we also got booked for Deep Elm Art Fest, and we were gonna play on Malcolm X in Maine, 6 o'clock on a Friday.
Best show ever, dude.
Yeah. And there's like a whole application process that went into that too, so like I was really pumped about that. We're still invited to play whenever it does happen.
Yeah.
But like, man, like we all that momentum, you know, it's just like
We're getting closer and closer once, like,
Slowly.
even if everybody doesn't get the vaccine, that many people that have a healthy body that is able to be out and about, like, will make it where it's easier to maintain the virus, and the numbers will go down.
The behavior's
Like,
not gonna like immediately return to like
but eventually we will be able.
to.
Which also, that's one thing that I'm very thankful with this setup is that, like, as long as I'm checking myself and
Yeah.
taking care of myself and everybody,
Yeah,
like,
we
y'all
always
are feeling
test pretty
fine.
good.
Like,
Yeah, we
like,
test pretty
I
good.
tested
like,
5 months
we're not
ago.
breaking
Yeah.
any rules.
Yeah.
Like, it's always over 10 people. The only time that we're gonna get close is We Beasties is coming in January, and they're 8 people. I'll be 9. So.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, I quit my job at Costco in I live in Addison, but I quit my job in Costco there just because I didn't like how they were handling the COVID stuff. So I'm like mostly isolated, try to stay pretty safe.
Yeah, we were. Yeah,
I mean, we're not married,
all this
man.
shit sucks, but like,
Yeah,
there is hope.
I'm thinking about whenever I go back through and re-edit all the seasons eventually, putting on like a COVID kill counter, because at the very beginning of the
Every
first
day it's so
season
cool.
1,
Oh my
like
God.
we're talking about like we start talking about it, like it's weird because like we're like, oh, it's going on, we know what it is, but it's not here yet, like kind of thing.
Right.
And then we're still talking about like these events and shit we have planned.
Yeah.
So I want to just like anytime it happens, it's just like an X pop up and it's just like
Yeah.
that event was killed.
Yeah, right.
Thank you for documenting our prolonged sadness. Yeah, that'll be great. Like if we come back on, you can just film like our degradation.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like you're just slowly just.
I come back,
looking
I'm
for-
missing an eye and shit. Like, yeah, I had to sell a finger for some food, but it was fine.
It is cool seeing how like bands are kind of adapting.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Well,
like,
okay, the
Community
ones that
voices.
are
Awesome.
determined are. There's a bunch of ones that apparently like I've had a bunch of my friends who are higher up in the food chain, I would say. Like, that's a terrible term, but fucking
don't get it.
well, but like who get offered better.
birds.
Well, like apparently there's a bunch of bands that haven't been practicing and stuff throughout. Like this was like a month or two ago when we heard this, but like it was just like places like Gas Monkey were like, we need bands, and then nobody's ready.
They played Gas Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like we had an opportunity. We weren't able to at that point in time because of scheduling issues. Other than that, but like, it's just crazy to think that like people.
A lot of bands and a lot of artists I know are also struggling just because
We make it ends
financially
meet.
everybody's
Yeah, make it ends
struggling,
meet.
so they're having to do
And can't be creative. We can't fucking take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
I mean, like being an artist is hard when you have to work a full-time job too.
Did we get any? Is there any other venues that we want to shout out before we move on?
No, I'm good.
Mine's defunct, but 1919 Hempel out in Fort Worth.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I
Never go before.
that's what really got me interested in the local scene. Just like it's like because I grew up out in Burleson. They're like what shit for like venues.
Yeah, there ain't enough.
Or big there, but like 19, hey, 20 minutes down the street, all these cool local bands from like all over, like fucking DFW and Denton, just coming down there was a great experience.
It's like,
first
thank you
house
for
show
like
was
touching.
mine,
Thank you for like
Fucking
bringing it down at least a little bit and like touching, like sprinkling a little bit of magic.
Rest in
into
peace,
that
a place called
shithole that
Loaded.
is Burleson and
That's where I went there.
Right, like that-
it was like
that
way the
area.
fuck out in From. I saw Manifest Destiny's Child there. Gleschnark, dude, that was like 2016. That was the first house show I ever went to. It was fucking awesome.
hell yeah.
I think the first house show.
What was that?
Make that
What?
comment.
I mean, So, what is the first song that we're gonna hear when we listen to this, or when we go through this?
Shit, what's the first song?
We only have 4 songs. You don't remember?
Songs?
It's the only song we're playing off of our release record that you can get on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Play, all that. It's Comfort and Sound off of Autonomy.
Yeah, it's off of our debut album, Autonomy. I picked the name from there's a theater album called Comfort and Sound, and I like the way it sounded, plus the lyrical content that him and I bounced back.
Yeah, we really tried to theme it off with that whole title.
Exactly. Yeah, just trying to set the environment and then just wallow in it.
Correct. So that will be the song that we intro the podcast with, and then song 2 is going to be the one that we're about to cut to. So what is the song we're about to hear?
Okay, Wasted. Right?
Funky Punk.
Sorry.
Funky Punk.
Is its current name?
Yeah,
it might end up being
it's
that.
been its current name for a year.
It's been that way for a long
Yeah,
time.
they keep saying they want to change it. I like it. It's a funky and
I'm cool
punk
with
song.
it,
So
Yeah,
Funky
that's
Punk
just
isn't a bad
Yeah.
name.
I like it. You always talk about simplicity, man.
That's true.
Yeah, he tries to rein us in a lot because we go a little ham.
Alright, so we will be right back, and this is Funky Punk.
I'm forced to rest and bite my tongue.
welcome back to Audio Carnage Podcast. That was Funky Punk. Yeah,
It was.
I wanted to say Funky Punky, but yeah, but it's just no. All right, so where's everybody originally from?
I'm from Grandview, which is an hour and a half south of here. It's fucked.
I'm from Flower Mound in Louisville, right?
I'm originally from Amarillo, Texas. So.
And I grew up in Burleson.
So pretty much everybody in Texas.
Yeah.
I lived in Georgia when I was a kid until I was like 10, but then we moved back down here and I was born in Grapevine. So it's basically like I've lived most of my life in Texas.
Yeah, my early childhood was Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma City.
So basically, like,
We didn't
one of
Like
these
from
Texas-
like birth to like 11 or so.
my
No, my
family's
dad
okay.
fucking decided, let's move. So then we did. Here I am. It was worth it.
Hey, Reagan.
Hey,
There you go.
At least you stayed. I only moved like every 2 years for like ever.
So, what would you say your favorite or your dream venue would be?
Dream venue?
Yeah, dream venue.
Oh,
like
God.
you can play any venue. Like Madison Square Garden's been played out a bunch, and also it doesn't have to be like super fancy. It could be just one of those like
I got one.
I have a regular like people are like Bomb Factory and shit. Like it's okay. It doesn't have to be super crazy, but also like national ones are cool too.
Yeah, totally.
But-
I would totally want to play at. I saw Mac DeMarco play at Big Sur in California, like right off of the coast, basically, and we camped there overnight. And they played 2 shows. I want to play there. Like they
That would
hosted
be
like,
dope.
shows there before, and it would be really cool because me and my fiance got engaged there, so it would be like super heartfelt too.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable.
I'd honestly.
I remember you got to be more heartfelt than that.
Funk. Okay,
Cursing's
so
allowed.
all I'm saying is that
Fuck your
that,
funk,
dude. No, that was funky. Whatever.
Funky
dude.
funk.
Jesus Christ. No, I would want to go for trees. In Dallas. I mean,
Trees is
obviously
fun.
it's legendary. You know the fucking the infamous Nirvana show that was there. Like, I saw Jawbox play there on their the last tour that they did, which they haven't. I'm pretty sure they haven't toured in like 20 something years. It was fucking sick.
I got to play there, and it is wonderful. Like it's
bastard.
it's Curtain Club is equal. Like
Play Curtain Club.
Curtain Club's dope. Like it feels about the same. Like they feel about. Here's how you know you're playing in Deep Ellum. You're carrying your amps.
Sorry, dude.
3 blocks
like,
away.
sorry, I had to park like fucking 15 blocks away.
I know the pay station was like a mile down the road.
It's like, yes, I'm willing to pay $15. Where the fuck can I park?
Oh.
Still,
I
hey.
would say
Hauling my cab on a scooter.
I would say the Club Dada is where I would like to play.
Dada?
However the fuck
Yeah.
everybody's Dada is that?
Yeah, it's called
Yeah, it's like
Dada.
right across the street.
Whatever. I've seen so many fucking sick ass bands play there. There's no barrier, and like every hardcore show that I go there, it's
crazy.
insane. I've seen some of my favorite bands there, and it'd just be cool to share the stage.
Hell yeah.
I really want to play at Denny's.
Oh, that fuck, dude.
Honestly, though,
what the fuck's up, Denny's?
what's up?
That's easily the best answer.
Dude,
100%.
I-
It was more heartfelt than my answer.
Yeah, I gotta say I like that one.
We could change the whole fucking game and play the Burger King.
They would probably let
Yeah,
us.
Maybe fast food
Actually, since we're on the subject, rest in peace, Midway Mart.
Midway Craft House?
Yes.
Yeah,
That 2 different things.
You got to
my bad.
I
play
love
like,
that fucking place.
How long after we played it did they close?
A long time. We only
Well, they
played there- we only played
they
there
stopped
once,
doing shows and they
Yeah,
they
twice.
We only
reopened
played there
and
once.
did
Oh, we played
shows,
like
then
a
they
week
closed
after
those.
our first show.
That was like our second show.
Yeah, that was like our second
Yeah, it
show.
was.
We have a video. of it.
It was. We
I just
played.
want to see
It was
if anyone
rough.
buy a
It was
post bar at the
They
same
almost
time.
canceled us.
Yeah.
No.
Too much that.
Yeah, because they were about to not throw on the show.
Oh yeah.
So, any honorable mentions?
Band wise?
No.
Venue-wise?
Yeah, venue-wise.
Pennywise.
The O2
Can I just say
That would
something
be
earlier?
sick.
I was like, this was the venue that I thought of. I'm like, totally.
Yeah, that one venue in California that you got engaged at.
Well, no, I meant like when we were off camera, I was thinking, I totally remembered a venue, and now I've forgotten it since.
Okay.
Well, maybe you'll remember it eventually.
I'm just proud I remembered what you said.
Man, I just don't know that many
Look, the cameras
venues.
are
The dedication was there. Like,
Like realistically, this is honestly just so that way whenever I'm like 87 and in the nursing home, I can look at all this and be like, "That's my grandchild."
okay, Mr. Sir.
Let's just bring the whole fucking house down to like the Grand Ole Opry or something.
Dude, honestly though,
That'd be a good show.
I would love to vomit on like an older lady sitting in the front row. Like, hey, you look nice.
They would
and
not sit front row
distinguished.
for us.
You know, believe me, we'd be
Hey, they don't need earplugs.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, can we turn it up a little bit?
There is
Turn
definitely
your ears down.
Fuck.
Let's play Billy Bob's. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Alright.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, so what would you say the best concert you've ever been to personally is? Been to.
I've been to
I already know mine.
many.
You guys think?
Well,
I already know mine.
go ahead then.
Yeah, dude.
Let him think. Let them
Expire, Bent Life, Judiciary, No Warning, Hardcore Show at Club Data. It was fucking incredible. This was last year, I think.
Oh.
It was Expire's Farewell World Tour. They're one of my favorite hardcore bands I've ever listened to.
Do y'all think one day BC will mean before COVID?
Yeah, I think so.
We can start that.
We can finally
It's
use
coming up.
BCE.
It's gonna
Heard it here first, folks.
it's gonna at least become a fucking meme in like February.
I think he just started a conspiracy.
To be like April AD or April BC.
Fuck. I've already got the meme format. You just
Alright. We can't digress again. So, favorite show you've ever been to? This y'all should have an answer.
I got it.
Go ahead.
KG Elephant when I was, I want to say like 16. It was like my first festival. When was it? Not a camping festival, but it was still really cool. It was Edge Fest back when they still were a thing. 1021.
Yeah.
And KG Elephant played, and it was like first time seeing any of these bands in this environment. And I got to crowd surf, and I got to meet the singer from KG Elephant. And he like pulled me out of a crowd after promising to like take a picture. And then he had to do something, and then he like pulled me out.
He's like, I remember you.
Yeah, he's like, we just set out to take a picture.
Wait,
That's dope.
It completely like, I don't know, inspired the shit out
I
of
have
me.
a super quick story before you go.
Go ahead.
So actually, one time I went to South by
That was dope.
What? I don't know if you've been to
Yes.
South by
Oh,
Southwest. Dude, in like 2015, I was still in high school. My brother lived here, and he had a friend that played in a local band that was on the ticket. And on the third day, he came and found us and was like, I don't know, I have backstage pass anymore. Do you guys want this? We're like, fuck yeah, we want this. I watched the Story So Far headline from Side Stage, and then hit Parker Cannon's Blunt, and that was probably one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me in my entire life.
Don't do drugs.
You mean his water?
Yeah, I don't do that stuff.
Yeah, his water. I'm sorry, his water pipe.
Yes.
Yeah, his
His water paper?
Yep. Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, what you got, Jimmy?
Shit. Best concert I've been to probably I think was Dad's World is a Beautiful Place. I'm No Longer Afraid to Die.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pity Sex. And
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 nights. What was there too? Just because it was like my first local show.
That was all in 1992.
Yeah, went to.
Damn, that's so many good bands there.
Dude, yeah, and
That's crazy.
and like I was so nervous, but it was just like such a like cool and welcoming environment from everyone like talking to the bands. It was fucking great.
Nice intimate experience.
Oh yeah, like it just really made me like fall in love with the local scene a little more.
For fucking sure.
The 2 nights just meeting everyone was fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Just seeing like a bunch of college kids beat the shit out of each other in somebody's living room, like made me fall in love with the music scene so much.
Yeah.
Friends right afterwards, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone was like, all right,
All the
everyone's
groups from back in
My first house show was at Jago Jago proper before Lighthouse.
Yeah,
right.
And I met this dude. The way this story starts, it sounds fucked up. So the way my band has joined, the way every member in my band has found this one member that we all met off of Craigslist. The funny part is that he kicked himself out of the band. But
So he just crafted this like.
yeah,
It's like, this is perfect.
Well, we were all
Something's wrong.
if you ever watch this shit, we said, see you Sunday at practice, let's drop the bullshit.
Gang, gang.
So, we said that.
King Turtle.
But,
Yeah, tell us that.
so I digress. So, I've been in Denton for probably a year and a half. I barely scratched the surface for musicians, but he takes me to Jago because one of his friends' band's playing, and that's the first time I like make any of the house show contacts. Like, because once you meet a couple of people, it's like, oh, I know there's shows going on every weekend, except for now, COVID's gone.
Yeah, for real. Just like networking in general, you just talk to one person, and then all of a sudden, like so many things open up.
But that show was the first time I was ever like I walked into the house because I had no clue what to expect. I've been to house parties that were crazy and shit, but like walking up to that fucking house and seeing like the fucking horde of people crammed in that fucking tiny ass
yeah,
room.
right.
And like how close they are to the fucking band, and yet for some reason the band members don't hit them with their headstocks.
Yeah.
Also, same from playing that room. It's hard. Actually, I cannot talk about not hitting
I hit your
people with their
brother.
headstocks. I've hit multiple people with headstocks. I got good stories. Remind me off camera.
We did have a break your nose at our first
Yeah,
show.
my
That was pretty fucking
my
crazy.
fiance's sister, like our first show ever, we played our heaviest song and she broke her fucking nose in a mosh pit.
I had-
She was like,
Nice.
All right,
My
all
nose
right.
gotta go.
Rapid fire question. Favorite instrument band? Go. Instrument brand.
Instrument
Brand.
brand.
Sorry, I said that.
Pearl? I don't know, man.
Arturia?
I'm weird. I don't know anything about anything.
Funk.
Stop saying funk, love it.
Man, I'm a fan of Dan Electro a lot. I mean, I play Gibsons. I play my Gibson, brother.
Only Gibson is good enough.
Only Gibson from Marshall Lamb.
But, like,
Hell yeah, brother. No bullshit.
No, Dan Electro is like one of my favorites.
Brother?
For sure.
Hell yeah,
I like their creative process.
Squire.
Cool.
No shit. Okay. Take the classic Vibe and vintage modified series. They're very good instruments for the price, man. It's a great fucking deal.
D&D rules, I will give you, they have improved very much from the 2007 to the 2020 series. Yes, very much so. They have some series with Floyd Rose that are pretty nice.
I'll
But
How many kids
Your
did they
fist
get
looks
to
really
start
clenched
playing
then.
yeah. Oh, wow.
How many
Actually,
kids
that's a
start
very
playing-
valid
I started playing
argument.
Squire.
I retract my statement. You know what? All my shade, I retract.
Go get a Squire, they're cheap and you can learn.
Yeah, and they're not bad. Like they
And plus,
intonate
if
well.
you're good enough, you'll sound great on
Control
it.
is all over the place, but I don't know.
It does actually a brand. Like I'm not giving you shit. I just as a metalhead. It's kind of like if I was interviewing you, I was like, "What's your favorite pedal?" And you said the Metal Zone, despite the fact I own
Well,
one.
it is my.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Whoa!
What did,
I'm more of an
use
Asian
one.
too kind of
Dude,
guy.
you guys gonna fight? We should fight.
yeah, I think we should
talk more about pedals
You guys want to
and
fight?
brands.
In 4K.
In 4K, fight
Now in 4K.
Hey, favorite pedal though?
All right.
Where's Vince McMahon? Just
Right.
All right.
Probably
So,
being awful somewhere.
what is your favorite of your own children? And by children, I mean more important than a child. I mean your own songs.
Children are definitely not important.
Well, there's literally a song called Reagan's Baby,
yeah, it was
and yeah, that's my favorite one. I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
My baby.
One of my favorites.
You'll hear it eventually.
What do you got?
my favorite's probably Comfort and Sound because I mean, like, I've been trying to join this band for like 2 fucking years now. It's finally-
So you're
Working
coming
my way
from
in.
being a fan to being in the band.
He's also a
Well,
fan
well, that's
too.
I've done that before. Like I was in a band, Fabled Few. They were already a band way beforehand, and like I loved their music, and I got to play with them, and it's a nice aspect because then it's like, all right, well, I get to know what
Yeah.
y'all did, and then also now I can help craft.
Yeah.
Because really, what makes a good band is passion, being driven and willing to. Actually, this is a good segue. Did everybody get the answers?
I said mine.
No, I didn't say mine.
What's yours?
I have an EP song called Triviality that's not very well mixed, and it was done at the beginning of my EP or EDM creation like era. But I just love the sample I use, and I love how the strings sound. And I think it's just my favorite, most like crazy, weird work I've done.
Okay. Is that something that the public will be able to hear soon?
Yeah. It's on Spotify.
Okay, you
and
can
everything
hear
like
it.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
totally under it.
Oh.
Oh no.
So the segue is, God damn it, I forgot.
Dude, best segue.
Well, I had it. I
Hey,
had
no,
it.
fix it.
We gotta call
Okay. Yeah, actually, no, I remember. I'll just edit that
Jared
part
from
out.
Segway.
So, hey, we'll call it a Paul Blart and leave it at that.
Yeah, it's Jared from Segway.
That's
No,
that's I will take that way better than fucking Jared from
Hey,
Subway.
you got a nice.
But so, do you prefer to write in studio or do you prefer to write in room? By room meaning just a bunch of people, amps, drums, but just.
I have a couple things to say
We've
about
always
this.
really written in.
Yeah, but I have a
Yeah.
couple things to say about this because I've experienced.
Well,
like,
studio
outside.
meaning do you like to like does anybody like sit with like a DAW and just
Yeah.
like track a song
Oh, yeah.
and then become so your preference is
I love working in studio because there's so much more you can kind of bring to the table in terms of planning. Like what you think you can accomplish right there, right now. And I really like that. Really,
you don't forget ideas.
Exactly.
There is no like
there is no like copy
oh,
every
so what we
different
did?
route that you take with it. But we've only written in room, and I think
Well,
it's
what is everybody else's personal preference?
Well, I mean, I've never really written in studio, other than us like fucking around in the studio and being like, what if we did this? You know what I mean? Like added this little tidbit. But other than that, I mean, we've kind of just done everything at practice, or someone comes with an idea and then we just kind of work around it.
I like writing songs like mid-show, like while I'm tuning and I'm like do a little thing. That sounds cool.
Yeah, sometimes you get distracted.
Oh shit!
during shows.
It's like, dude, you've been playing for 25 minutes. What are we gonna fucking do? It's like, oh yeah, you guys can go. It's just
Your band just sees you like crumple up the set list.
What about you? Do you prefer studio or room?
With it's kind of half and half. With my own stuff, which is like 2-minute demos that no one hears, that I just like put away forever.
Just buried.
I prefer studio, but like for bands, I just like the collaborative process of just being in a room, just throwing ideas out there, just
four guys hanging out.
Sometimes you create. Sometimes a song gets formed by the fuckery of it.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's one person has an idea and is like Matt, like fucking cut. And that's why I like this question, because really everybody has a different approach to it, and then everybody meeting is how a band forms. So y'all,
we never really like write our own parts. We write them all together.
That's true. We do usually write.
So that's kind of a weird thing that we do.
Well, that's good. I always argue, even with my own band, that I'm like, no, we need to be doing a lot of if we're in the studio, all of us need to be those need to be and I say studio, having the ability to have the studio. If we're doing studio days, it's like it's better than just. Yes, days where it's just a couple of us is fine, but it's better for all of us to be there, so that way everybody's input gets taken in. Because as you said, it's like we have this idea, here it is, and it's done.
Exactly.
And that's one thing that I do enjoy. Now, granted, some of our songs have come out where it's just like, oh no, we were literally just fucking playing on this gnarly ass riff over and over, and then all of a sudden it became this thing, and that's a fun prospect.
I think
also.
as a band we kind of pride ourselves in being able to meld into things.
So I have a question that I think that y'all, just by judging y'all's personalities from talking with y'all a little bit, I think this is one that y'all can lean into and have fun with. What popular song do you fucking hate?
Hey, I won't go into this rant, but Taylor Swift can suck my dick, and not in a good way.
Everyone's like, oh well, folklore's so good, and I listen to it.
I don't.
And it's
don't want it in a good
bullshit.
way. I don't. I have a lot of mean things I can say about Taylor Swift, and I want for the sake of the audience.
Fair enough.
Alright, super open to me though, to say
you don't have anything Taylor Swift.
Any modern pop country song, honestly. Just any of them, pick one.
Yeah, all pop country.
The stadium country.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh wait, no, my fucking song that I really hate is that body yaddy 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 song. Dude,
I knew he was the one I could count on.
Dude, it's gonna make me.
If you want him to get mad,
always
he's
gets
already mad.
It always gets stuck.
Oh yeah, it's actually super easy.
Well, I don't ask this one often. Because some people are just I love the fucking. Alright, anybody else? Anybody got something else?
It's not. I know it's popular for the most part, but literally anything off of 1,000 Gex.
Yeah,
it's all
fuck that shit.
So basically,
I'll take his answer too.
well, first off,
You look offended. You're like,
dude,
I was meant to be reminded. I fucking hate it.
all I'm gonna say is that on the album cover, it's the two people looking at the tree, right? Oh, I wish the scenario would have played out from the Blair Witch movie, like the original. One of the guys standing in the corner gets his neck snapped. I wish that was happening instead of the album being released.
Gotta go cut that.
It's like that Magnolia album where you did the high pitch thing, but not good.
Gotta find it. Yeah, imagine bad.
one of those.
Illusional Bill up in here.
Hey, my favorite popular song, that song where they say Gucci Gang the whole song.
Oh, dude.
What's it called again?
I love
probably
songs that are made
Something with L?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gooch the Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it starts with an L. I can't remember it.
Oh, it's La Gucci Gang.
Okay.
Oh, that's it?
Leg Gucci Gang.
Yeah, La Gucci Gang, baby.
Alright, so where do y'all practice?
Practice in my house.
Well,
I've always been this way. Yeah, I live with
the guy who always has the gear. I feel your pain.
Always
And he's always the last one to set his shit up too. Like I'm hauling my amp cabinet in,
Playing
412
NBA 2K2.
He's like, hey guys, what's up? Playing Guitar Hero.
I'm just
It's like,
saying, your drummer has like 7
ass fucking
inputs. Like
I'm just
like
if
no,
you-
no. I'm telling you, I've had bands in here that literally we take up the whole snake. You were 6 inputs.
Poor. You were poor.
No. I'm saying. I'm saying. As far as you're calling him high maintenance, as far as low maintenance, you're like Ellen Page, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's good. That means like low maintenance drummer. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but he'll sit behind his drum set going, I don't know. The whole day. Yeah, high maintenance as fuck.
Actually, I can believe that.
I 100%.
That's why I counted on him for what he.
I 100% play during every tuning, so and it's on purpose.
Yeah, that's
Oh, you're one of those.
yeah, no.
That's why you gotta have a digital
Because you
tuner
saw
where
that
it's like
meme of Danny DeVito.
all you see is it's like this isn't fun. This is all you hear is the.
Yeah, so anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Payback for all the mainland.
what musicians do you admire?
John Pierce from Radio War. He's local. He's fucking amazing. And honestly, I'm never super egotistical, but I was feeling really good about my skill level as a bassist until I really saw him. I was like, oh shit, there's so much further to go right now.
Yeah, no. I know that like occasionally you're like, oh, I'm doing all right, and then you see somebody and you're like, fuck.
Oh yes, time to
I guess
bring
we
all
Like the way he
these-
plays is so like entrancing too, and just so like he's not trying that it's just you can't help but just marvel at it.
Yeah, I guess keeping
Yeah,
it
for
local,
sure.
I'll go with Mr. Sam Farr, my roommate.
Hell yeah.
He's in Have Near, so he plays guitar and sings in Have Near. Huh?
Link them. If you
Oh
know
fuck,
good.
it's Have Near.
Yeah, if well,
the
if
band
you-
is Have Near.
No, I'm saying if you have.
link you up.
Yeah,
Oh, I got you.
if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have
Yeah,
good
I'll let
musicians
you
that
know,
you like
But
trust
he's
that are
also-
local,
But he was
send them
in,
my way so that way because
Keep the ball rolling.
I want you to have the goal because I've started getting offers from like a little bit further out of Denton, but really for this next little bit while I have a little bit of momentum going, I want to get as many of the local acts as I can that I like and that I like the musicians I respect. I want the musicians they respect.
Right.
So remind me to
He's
tell
a-
you or talk to you about D Dallas Radio because I could have people.
Yeah, but he's in Have Near. He has a studio in his room. He does lessons and stuff. But he also, but he was also the drummer for this band called the Mom Gang. That played Yatu Chavez. He's the drummer for them. Phenomenal drummer, phenomenal musician. Like everything he does, I'm just like, man, you're so fucking motivated. I want to be like you. God damn
It's
it.
pretty awesome.
No,
That's awesome.
That's a good
It's
answer.
really fantastic.
It's a great roommate to have too.
He is. He pushes me. He's giving me little lessons on stuff. I'm just like, thanks, man.
Well, whenever you're around those people,
Yeah.
they're constantly like loving to do shit. Like it's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm sitting around, so I want to be doing something.
Yeah. Dude,
Anybody else got any shout outs?
I don't think he's.
Yeah, again, this could
Yeah.
be a famous person also. Doesn't have to be local.
Definitely a local. I think he's playing some country band right now. I'm sorry, I don't remember what the name is. But Landon Ivy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn good bassist.
Yeah, we just grew up, playing in a few bands. We
You can play music forever.
I think I joined my first band when I was like 12, 13. With Landon,
How old are you?
actually.
Yeah.
25.
For lithium, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of experience.
I just want the audio to know that I'm not farting. It's this.
That's the areas. That would be gaming.
A fart.
Dude, please.
Please totally.
It's just a scream. It's like,
Do that one. What's that famous scream?
The Wilhelm scream, dude.
That's fucking great.
I just want to say he's a phenomenal bassist, wonderful friend,
you catch him.
amazing to talk about gear with, and I just love that dude. I've always looked up to him as a bassist and just a musician in general. So definitely my favorite local
He's super
musician,
good,
and
dude.
someone that I aspire to.
Nice.
He's more someone. Nah, Not as much as Brian May. Sorry.
Sorry, Lou, you're
Yeah, I mean the first half there.
I will cut on Brian May all day long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't
Might be
listen.
your best friend soon.
I don't listen to
Oh,
music, so I don't have anybody that I admire. Music sucks.
I admire you.
Typical musician.
No, it's trash, dude. Like if you look at the songs,
probably
it's
some more.
down.
The stonks, man. Just down. The stonks are down.
We gotta do another question.
Alright, fuck, marry, kill your own band members.
Oh, kill every single goddamn one.
No, but you have to kill. You can only get the satisfaction of killing one. You have to suffer with marry the other.
That's fair. Definitely marrying Tanner.
Yeah, I also was gonna marry Tanner.
Okay, so.
Well, I feel a little.
Hold on. We got. Hold on. Think about this. I want to go one at a time. That way we can keep up an official list. So who wants to go first? Who has all three? Fuck, marry, kill.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Thank you.
Okay.
See, that was the whole point.
I hope I'm everybody's fuck. I'm gonna do marry because you're the easiest person to be around. Kill because you're the most difficult person.
Oh yeah.
And I'll fuck you because you're new.
Yeah.
Just try it out.
You never know.
Hell yeah. Fuck. Definitely marry.
Oh, you switched.
I have.
Kills.
It was a meme. And listen, honey, we don't have
This
to do
must be
that.
okay.
Let's just not do this in front of the fucking cameras. We talked about this when in fucking therapy, and you're doing
Yeah,
it.
we ran the whole
God damn it.
interview before.
I'd kill you, motherfucker.
Yes.
I got drumsticks in my car
Dude.
with razor blades on the end of them.
Let's get more creative than that. Just fucking guitar. No, guitar.
No, but
I have a second story house. Let's do a guitar string around the neck, and then
Have you read
we tie fucking extension cables around his torso, so that way, and have the extension
Someone
cables
holding
be
my head?
super glue.
Yes. Someone holding my head up?
Well, also
Yes!
added touch. We're gonna cut you right here, so that way, as the gravity hits, belly guts.
Fuck, this turned.
Well, I know what.
Oh, look at that! Who else has a fuck, marry, kill?
Alright, my goes. Fuck because you have beautiful hair, marry because you're a family man, and kill but only so I can cry gently for you and look at your beautiful face forever.
I can be immortalized through death.
Hey, cheers to 2 kills.
Dude, I got best kills.
Good job, dude.
Best
Alright,
kills.
Dude, we got the most
I'm the most
kills in the
fuckable
game.
though.
Your king.
Yeah, our KD is way good, dude.
Not that daddy.
Got shut fucking shut, dude.
Alright, so what is our third song?
It is wasted.
Thanks.
And that was actually released on Spotify. If you want to
Yeah,
listen to
that's been out.
The only reason I knew that off the top of my head is because that's the only word playing in my brain most of the time.
Wasted.
No, I
Wasted.
literally erased most of
it.
it.
Yeah, Wasted was a single that we released. Knocking it out.
So guys, we are about to listen to Wasted by King Turtle, so we will be back.
Don't get wasted for it.
What's that?
Now you make your time out to patiently waiting. You played it right, just the way that I wanted you to. Everything you touch comes at a cost, I know. You'd lose your luck and stick with the stones, yeah. Wasted. And there you go, back down into your hole, yeah. Come out to see the sun just long enough to fuck with my head and put me down again. Watching now this daunting task ensure
1, 2, 3.
Okay, it's my fault. Sorry.
So guys, we're back with King Turtle. That was
Wasted.
Wasted. Not like we are.
Did you like it? Did you like that one?
Yes, it was wonderful.
If you think about it specifically.
Yeah, we're so.
I would say that graphically it tells where you are geographically, and psychologically it tells where you are economically, and economically it tells that you are trash.
This motherfucker.
That's at least 2/3 right. I'm not gonna tell you which.
Fuck. Yes.
Alright, so how do you get to gigs?
Fuck, man. Different every time.
Yeah, no, I have a unicycle.
Like, let's say you got a show to Austin. How are you gonna get there?
Well, when we were planning the tour that
We
were
might get
planning,
halfway and just
we
end
had-
up trying to play a show and like, what
Yeah, make it to the check stop. And you're like,
Yeah,
the Kolaches
just
are
set up
with it.
here.
Yeah.
But when we were planning the tour, we had a friend whose dad was gonna let us use his entire van, which was gonna be rad. But yeah,
Well, see,
I
you
figured we
started
would
it.
just
How
pile
far
everything into Reagan's
can an
car
extra
and
mile
then
go?
get into your car and let him drive alone.
Good call. I like that.
You like that?
We played a show. We played a Love Fest in Amarillo.
See you later.
We played Love Fest in Amarillo, and we just took separate cars.
Yeah. I rode with him a lot.
It's boring, but at the same time, we had bonding moments.
It was great.
like
Well, none of us
We didn't
had,
put
none
on
of us had
music
like
all
a
the
van. Like I have an SUV and I'm the only one with
That's
an
what I'm
SUV,
saying.
and I
You have
also
drums.
and I play drums.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
throw
so-
everything in his van.
Which is
and
better
he'll
than
drive
having a
alone.
truck and having drums.
He can
Right.
drive alone, and then
Yeah.
we'll all just take.
My drummer has an SUV.
Exactly.
He has like room for one person. It's
well,
usually
as
me.
we should.
We'll take the
Yeah,
van.
one person usually can ride with me. They just have to either hold a cymbal bag or a snare drum.
Yeah, and sometimes
You
he'll
know?
put on like really bad talk radio.
Dude, that Christian talk radio? It's shit.
Yes, shit is correct.
All right. So, what is the worst gig you've ever played?
Oh, it had to be that one. 4th of July show.
Well, it
Had to be
doesn't-
that 4th of July
Hold on,
show.
disclaimer.
Yeah.
It does not have to necessarily be with this band.
There's
If it
this
is with this band, that's fine. But just
Does
worst
it-
gig
does
you've
it
ever
rank?
played. It could be like a
If you
fucking.
played-
It ranks.
If
Over
you played
silent.
a worse show
It's
than the
right.
one that we're thinking of,
Yeah, that's pretty.
fuck you for
honestly,
we got paid.
Cameron, I'm sorry. Daniel, I'm sorry. Daniel wasn't there. Never mind. Yeah, no, I played in a my first band. I was 18, and I was playing in a southern rock band, and which is great. It's fun. Yes, but it was me transitioning out of being a
How do
veteran
you not have
guitarist.
cowboy pirate music?
Oh, dude.
Catch
You're
me
on
at the
Pirates are just cowboys at the sea, right?
Tell you what.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just thought what you were saying.
Why don't they raise
I
the
said
sails
he
on the
hard as a
horse?
response. I was like, holy
It's
shit.
like, wait a minute. I just stumbled.
Oh, I know why. It's because horses can't swim.
Dogs can't look up.
Do you know anything about Greek mythology and Poseidon, also the god of horses?
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Fucking idiot.
I took a whole day of that.
You absolute fucking moron.
I'm so sorry.
Haven't
I need
you
to read
ever
Percy
read
Jackson.
Percy Jackson's The Sea of Monsters?
I would, but I'm fucking illiterate, Reagan. You have to bring it
You
up.
have to
You
figure out
fucking cameras
You keep saying you're
again.
gonna teach them how to read. It's always like I'm going to work.
Yeah, no, I have to go get the cigarettes. And
Or
it's
the
like
audio.
20 years
I gotta
later.
put food on our table.
There's
Sorry.
audiobooks. It's your fault.
Damn it, you got me.
Come on.
No, dude, but I was playing in a southern rock band, lead guitar. Fuck that. And it was just an absolute train. It wasn't a total train wreck,
You got
but
shred all the time.
well, the thing is, I didn't realize what positionings were for what keys yet. So I was just kind of like, yeah, I'll do a solo. Okay. Where?
Fair game.
What fucking? I don't even play this instrument.
All of the
You-
notes.
You guys just picked me up out of the dumpster. I'm fucking back of the goddamn fuck.
That's why they found him. He was born into that.
Yeah, no,
Nothing is worse than our show
No,
at Dugan's Boss's.
that's
House.
gotta be it.
There's nothing worse. Okay, so
Can I tell it? Because I played okay.
You were the most distraught.
We all got
of all of us.
except for Trevor,
dude.
We all got drunk except for Trevor. Fucking.
It was a paid gig. He
Yeah,
forgot
he's-
like a drumstick and
No, I
something
forgot.
else.
I forgot 2 drumsticks, so we had to fashion them out of sticks.
We found sticks and taped them. Dude, we had a,
This is the worst show we've ever
dude,
played.
the fucking mic stand. Dude, the mic stand was
a
badass.
traffic cone?
It was no, the base of it was a traffic.
Hold on. There's a lot of details on that. Right?
We can unpack this
Look,
suitcase.
yeah, so slow down, because right now I've heard traffic codes
want the
and microphones,
So, okay.
and also here's where I'm at. So drumsticks out of sticks. I was still
Oh, and
processing that.
the end of the
sticks like
gas can.
That's where he's
or
at.
the end of like a gas.
Yeah,
was
like
the other stick?
yeah.
Yeah, it was the. Like
Oh, yeah,
the
it
fucking
was-
nozzle of like a gas can.
Okay, that little plastic piece?
It's a tool.
Yeah, like
It's a
like
fucking
this long.
car tool.
I remember offering the broken coat hanger I had in my car.
Yeah.
Dude, the best part is they still loved it.
Oh, okay,
loved
okay,
it.
hold on. So next we didn't have a mic stand, so they fast one out of a paint roller and a traffic cone.
I duct taped the traffic cone to the paint roller, and then duct taped the microphone onto the paint roller. Like the thing is, the actual roller part itself, like it kept swiveling and shit. And I'm just like, this is where I'm at. This is happening.
There's multiple tuning problems throughout the songs, and
We don't have, none of us have tuners at this point. No tuners. It's all like we have to do it out loud.
It's rock and roll, baby.
and then the crowd.
And our drummer obviously doesn't stop playing.
Yeah,
He's like, dude, check this fill out.
Tom's tuned to a beat, just figure it out.
Exactly.
Damn.
The crowd consisted of our girlfriends and like
Your girlfriend.
Oh, look at us gloating about having girlfriends.
Hey, cheers to that, man. Cheers for beers, am I right?
yeah. So the crowd was our girlfriends and then like 5 or 6 people who were at this 4th of July party, and then
Absolutely.
They were all like
smashed.
45, 50.
like halfway through,
Shit
I
face.
realized it's just our girlfriends now. And the person who paid us to even look on.
They were just like,
No, he stayed.
Oh, did he? I didn't see
Yeah,
him.
he stayed the whole time. The one guy
That's
who
nice.
paid us to be there stayed, was so drunk, loved every minute of it, was like, you guys can always come back.
all sorts of times.
And we were playing so
But
bad.
terribly.
And
Like
we
we
had
know
only-
our instruments terribly.
it's so bad.
it was out. It was
What year was this?
last year.
It wasn't
Oh
even that long.
yeah, close.
No, we all just got like.
I
fucked up and forgot everything.
Now I really have high
I
expectations.
legitimately
It
told
wasn't
myself
last year, it was
if
the
we
year before
perform
that.
like that again,
It was
I was
2018.
done. Like
No, I was
gonna
living
do
again.
It was 2018.
No, it was 2019.
Because
I
4th of
was-
July we played. Last year we went to Love Fest in Amarillo. It would have been
Silence.
2018. It
Everybody's
was 2018, dude.
No, it was 2019, dude. I was living in Denton.
Oh, maybe it wasn't a
This
4th
was
of
before
July.
you?
Quick, what was
Yeah.
the set list?
Yeah, I'm interested in
All right,
hearing
yeah.
your worst show.
What about you?
Oh,
Worst show.
It took me a while to think about it because I've had so
Because we
many
talked
bad
about
shows, but probably the worst one was so back when me and my brother were in middle school, we played in a Kiss cover band.
Amazing.
And-
Middle school kids.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
This is the first
Honestly, you
this
could
is the
make
first
money
time
doing
you
that.
heard this.
our bassist dad wanted us to play his like class of fucking 70 something, 80 something class.
So it's like a gig.
Yeah, so like, serious gig playing at the
Holy
fucking
shit.
Burleson Elks Lodge or wherever the hell it was, and we got about like 4 or 5 songs in our like fucking like 18 song set. Like I was like obsessed with.
You know,
this shit.
I gotta say that was a fucking fault of a booker. Like, yeah, like 5 songs is
Yeah.
what I expected. Like, it's like you got 5 songs out of that? Hell
I think-
yeah!
I think
At your
you're
age,
just
you are doing
constantly
what you're
Guitar
doing.
Hero.
It's like, but
But
18?
no,
You just
What
constantly
the-
drop it.
Not even.
Oh, it gets
Here's
What
the
the
thing.
fuck, man?
After 5 songs, they cut the power to our stuff because they wanted us to stop playing. And I look back and watch the videos now because at the time somebody like felt bad and they like started handing around like a bucket, like throw money in here. And, like we walked that. Most I've gotten paid from a gig. It was like $200 for fucking.
Also, the worst part about
really good.
the worst part about the worst show we ever played was that was the show that we got paid the most for.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we all felt really scummy.
yeah, I almost like I said to myself, if we did another show like that, there's no way I was going to continue.
Yeah,
Really bad, dude.
It was
Really bad.
it went very.
Because we had a bad show
fucking
before
bad.
that was just a bad show. It was
Uh,
necessary.
If y'all weren't certain, this has been a great interview.
That's how bad we are.
Fucking
Yeah.
trash.
Hey, we're all fucking
Yeah.
trash. Let's fucking
I
go,
said-
right?
Oh yeah, no, we still
I'm
got
still cold sober.
we still have the fun part of this to do.
Wait, what?
Alright, so speaking of which, quick question: how did everybody meet?
Well, I started the thing with Dugan, And then we met Trevor through Outback because I was friends with Briley.
We will talk.
Well, I was friends with Briley. It was his
my fiance.
fiance.
I don't.
No, because he worked here before that.
Bronson Jiley. Yeah.
Anyway, I knew her because I worked with her, and then she got her boyfriend a job. Here's a fun little story. He was doing his interview, and she's like, what do you think? I was like, he seems really nice. He could do without that stupid fucking hat or something.
It was a different hat. So he told my fiance.
Wait, you did his interview?
No. I was at the interview when he was
No, I
working,
was just there.
but
You were there
He
and you
was
saw him.
looking at me, but he didn't say anything to me.
Okay.
And then he was just like, yeah, he's really nice.
It would have been way better if you were actually doing the interview.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that would have been fucking
the whole
sick, dude.
whole interview. Reagan's just back there like,
I didn't know you did.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, no,
Anyways.
Alright. So
Anyway.
when was this?
Probably
2018,
2017.
February 2018.
But I met him because she had told me, she was like, yeah, he plays instruments also, and we needed a
I was looking to be a
bassist.
guitarist in a side rock band.
And so we asked
Yeah.
him, we were like, do you want to play bass? And he was like, well, I really just want to play guitar.
That's wrong.
And we were like,
That's wrong.
and then we showed him stuff, he was like, okay, I'll come and play bass. And then it worked out really well.
It revived my
And
passion.
then, we met, I met Adrian through him, because he invited him.
Yeah.
And then I met him because he's in Adrian's other band, Dead Zone.
Yeah, we worked at Outback,
But
or
kinda
sorry,
like
at Buffalo
indie.
Wild Wings together.
Right along this little line. Yeah.
Fun fact: Trevor was also in Dead Son at one point.
yeah.
That's also
So
that side.
yeah.
So what would you say the earliest relationship before this band was?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Or wait, how long have you guys known each other?
It's been
3
months.
years now.
Okay, yeah, and it's definitely us.
Well, I know Dugan.
It's been.
I knew Dugan
We
since I was
suffered
sixth
together at
grade.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So what year was this?
This is 2016. It's October 2016.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yikes. Fuck.
We were being shitheads all of the time.
Oh, dude, it was great. Coming into
And
work.
we now call it the Gory Days.
Yeah, the gory days.
The Gory Days?
The Gory
Very.
Days.
They're not glory.
No.
No, fuck that. Very gory.
Trust the word.
On the ground.
And also the Pori Days, because nobody had any money.
Oh, that's now too.
Pouring one out for the homies.
Yeah, we're living through
I
the
poured it
Pori
this way,
days.
but no, let's go. Here.
Pour it into my.
Yeah, we're living through the Pori Days.
Christ.
So,
So guys, thank you for coming on. And
of course.
y'all have been King Turtle. So currently, we are at the point where it's time for y'all to what musicians of the area that you think people should check out? Where can we find y'all? What places people this is y'all's time? What stuff do you do you have any podcast stuff that you want to go into? Shit you want to shout out? What kind of stuff do y'all like to do?
Just like anything.
Yeah, anything at all.
Huge shout out to Hey Riddle Riddle podcast. Fucking love Chicago improv. But yeah, also a huge shout out to the Fireflow community in Dallas. They're unbelievably talented, and just like the Denton musicians are super overlooked, seriously. And also should hook up with the Denton musicians to do cool fire stuff at shows.
Oh yeah.
you can find us on Instagram as King Turtle Rock is our handle. Facebook
It's not gonna
is-
be down here. I'm
Yeah,
just pointing.
Facebook is just King Turtle.
We'll be around.
This is
we
where
don't have a Twitter.
Twitter.
We are gonna start an OnlyFans pretty soon. That will also be King Turtle Rock.
It's really any day you
King
can
Turtle.
you know.
Yeah. But we're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. I think we might be on. We're on Bandcamp also too. I think. So
Yeah, I think so.
find all of our music. Just King Turtle. Just look for it. You'll find it if you really want to.
Yeah,
Shameless self-promotion. Me and Tanner are in a band called Dead Son.
So good.
We if you like nods to fuck me, right? Alternative, 90s alternative, mixed with hints of psychedelia, and just if you want to have something to listen to while you're careening off a bridge.
yeah,
you
it's
know.
super unique. It's really
They're
good.
fucking great.
Yeah.
We're just
They're fantastic.
I just-
honestly, really, they
I
capture,
personally love careening after bridge. So.
no. It's,
they
it's-
capture really a lot of '90s things that were underground and remain even underground now. Just because
They're
of
dead.
the '90s music. But
We'll talk to the
you're
band members and we can get
you're
y'all back.
reviving a lot of really good, cool concepts that I think were overlooked in the decade.
Hell yeah, and also Maple. Love Maple.
Fucking stole mine.
Oh
Bitch,
That's what Tanner talk about
It's in
me.
your brain.
no! And Heavy Days.
I want to give a shout out to that video of Orson Welles doing a wine commercial and getting drunk as fuck. I watch that all the time and it's hilarious.
Fuck yeah.
That's how I spend most of my free time.
Gotta mention Radio War. Radio
It's
War.
Radio War.
masturbate too.
Radio War's the
All
best.
the time.
Man, I could go on forever, dude. Shout out to fucking Dust Mothers.
Javier.
Javier, my roomies.
Oh, you don't have to shout
people.
those boys out. They will be on season 2
Yeah.
with y'all.
Good, dude.
Yeah, y'all will be releasing.
Nah,
A bunch of y'all's
Dust
boys will y'all be releasing with a bunch of y'all's friends.
My roommate Allison's in a new band that's forming called Set the People. They're great.
Yeah.
It's like southern rock and roll band.
Pretty
They're way
fucking
sick.
Nautilus
Like
is
them a
some
lot.
of the most unbelievable
Nautilus
musicians I've ever seen.
is amazing.
It's like the Grail, man.
Oh, and also big shout out to fucking Ace over there. Ace, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
Yo!
Ace, come here, boo!
Ace.
Come here!
Ace Cash Express, what up, dude? Let's fucking go.
Holy shit, it tastes Fraley.
He's like, shut up, baby. I know it.
Put your ace in my hole, dude.
God, no.
He's like, don't sexualize me, bitch.
I didn't think.
Oh, come on.
We don't have this video flag, man.
Oh,
Alright,
Walker
so-
Knight from Memoretic
Oh.
are no longer around. He's honestly so goddamn creative and talented, and I don't think he's in it anymore, but he
love
continues
Walker.
to work on some of the best, like, shit I've seen. Just super innovative.
Both visual and
Visual,
music.
production, and
Oh,
just,
shout
like,
out to Bad
acoustic.
Jad Jokes, too.
Bad
They're all
Jad
Bad
The cover band?
Dad Jokes is recording currently like at my house. Like fucking
So,
amazing.
since you've seen them regularly, I've talked to them multiple times about getting them booked. I want to get them on season 2 with y'all.
I'll
I have,
talk-
I have,
I'll
I have
talk-
6
yeah, we
slots
can talk
left that are going really fast.
They'll probably be at my house tomorrow.
But that's what I'm saying
Also good.
because I have spots in January and February, and then I'll be done with season 2, and then season 3. That means we can have those combo sessions that I was telling y'all.
Hell yeah. See you
Those will
with
be
the
fun.
Yeah. See you with the combo.
I just wanted to be like, all right, here's a bunch of bands.
Yeah.
Now we have a bunch of bands mixing together.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
approach.
dude.
All right. So
So also, sorry.
No,
Huge
go
shout
ahead,
out
no,
to
absolutely.
Aaron Piles. who's
Oh,
been
yes.
on
Yes.
all
Oh
our
my
shit.
god.
Absolutely, and
Love
I
you,
know
love
you're
that
going
guy.
through a
One
hard
of my
time right now
favorite guys
too,
in
and
town.
seriously, we love you like a lot, and all the work you've done for us, and how generous and amazing you are. Like seriously,
Amazing.
Work it
Huge
up.
shout out to Aaron Piles.
Yeah, thank you for your
Love that guy.
service.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you for your service, buddy.
Cheers,
Also,
Aaron.
thanks for working on my car too. He's also-
Yeah, thanks for buying all my
Let him
shit.
work on your
before I
car.
pay.
All right, gentlemen. So thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and now we get to go into the actual fun part, which we're not mentally exhausted for this, which is kind of weird for me. Normally, I'm like, all right, guys, get the fuck out of here. I gotta go to bed.
This is what
But
we
really,
do, sure.
this is where the fun part comes in. Y'all seen what's gonna happen, so I hope it's time to bring some fucking. What's this song to?
Oh, the fourth song is Raven's Baby.
Ah, well,
Yeah, we
I
played
was saying,
some songs,
what,
man.
what was the song to?
Oh, Funky Punk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was saying, we got time to bring some funky punk to this.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah. So, what is song 4?
It's Reagan's Baby.
Reagan's Baby.
It's probably my favorite one of our songs for sure.
That's my favorite one.
It's way
for
sick.
sure.
I love
It's so
that one.
fun. I didn't even really write it that much.
I like
It's one of
it.
the only songs that I ever wrote a lot of, so I'm happy with this one.
I'm pretty proud of
You're a
the
pretty huge part of our writing process. Though.
Aw.
One of my favorite things about
Not
this
true,
movie
that's
is
sweet.
I can just say whatever bullshit I want.
Oh, yeah.
So far, so good. Keep it up.
You don't want
No.
it. You don't want it? That's welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. So, thank you for coming on, guys, and let's go actually do this.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. All right, this has been Audio Carnage Podcast. This is King Turtle.
Hey, we're King Turtle.
Hey, we're Tim Burton. We're Tim Burton and the Burden of Eden.
We're the Beagle Turtles.
The Burden of Eden.
The Beetle Turtles.
You want to see my girdle?